How you doing, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Vital Hockey 20. This time we're here with Rob White. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Good to have you. We just played Rob's team, and I got to say your son's quite a player for sure. And you can see you do a lot of good work with him. And so, quick question: so, what are things at this age with him, minor PB, that you work on with him, skill-wise, that you feel are important to learn?
Well, I think obviously skill-wise, we concentrate a lot on skill, but I think the biggest thing we work, especially with kids in California, is their work ethic. They can stick hammer on pounds and do all that, but they got to play the game up and down. And for us to come to tournaments like this, to play teams like yourselves and some of the teams in Ontario, our kids learn that that's the way the game's played. And that's one of the things myself and Coach Nelson Emerson really harp on is playing hard. You make the plays. A player that can play hard and has skill is going to go a long way.
So do you feel that it's important for a coach in his yearly plan to make sure that weekly or bi-weekly there's at least one practice devoted to just competition drills?
I think so. I think you add that in, definitely. Skill, like you talked about, has to be in there. But all that has to be combined with fun. You don't want to wear the kids out. You want them to be excited, showing up the rink, having fun. But you can disguise drills and make them work hard and work on their skill that make them competitive, but it's also fun for them.
Right, okay. Well, one thing I guess from your minor hockey days, we were in a little bit of a different era, but what would you say you remember most, or if there's a piece of advice a coach gave you or something that you remember about a coach that kind of stuck with you through your pro career?
Yeah, it was when I was a little bit old. It wasn't so much when I was young, but I didn't have a good game, and I came in after, and the coach calls me and he wants to talk to me. It was Coach Barry Melrose at the time.
Oh, geez.
He calls me in, he says, listen, he goes, you weren't good. And I go, it was like game number 30 in the year. I'm like, yeah, I was a little tired, a little off. And then his only comment to me was, he says, if you want to be the best at what you're doing, he says, you got to be the best every night. He says, don't take nights off. And I think that can be instilled at young ages. When we get in games like this, sometimes your plays aren't working, the passes aren't working. There's other things you can do. Don't take the night off. Don't take the game off. Always work on something to help you be better.
Right. So every shift there's always something you can work on, and come to the rink and getting prepared for the minute you enter the rink, having a plan, when to tape up your sticks, that kind of stuff, and when to kind of focus, and keep mixing in with a little bit of talk with your friends and having a routine, I guess. Right?
Yeah, and I think us obviously at the younger age, and one of the things we try to instill is the dressing room. We're in there 45 minutes before the game, and it's their dressing room. We have to supervise it. They can get a little carried away, but we want them to respect it. We're not just wanting them to play hockey. We want them to become hockey players.
Yes.
And a lot of us that have played hockey at different levels and higher levels understand what a hockey player is, and it's a lot more than just what you're doing.
Right, there you go. So there you have it. Another Vital Hockey 20 with Rob Blake. Thanks a lot, Rob.
Thank you. Perfect.